do come around to your government class. Or you can also visit the student store. Or if you want to pay online, you can go online to moongradservices.com and you'll be able to visit, or you can order them online as well. And let's say you don't have a government class this semester, we will be back on campus again for you during lunch on October 13th. So if you miss us during government, I'm sure you have a lunchtime on October 13th. We'll be there in the quad available, ready for you guys to be able to make your deposits as well. Next slide.
Ms. Wright, next slide. See what happens when we go off script.
I love it.
Okay. Oh, is this me? That's why we're paused. Ms. Wright, are you talking? You are muted. So
Dallas, that was it, right, for you? So just so you guys know, the links will be uploaded into Schoology. They'll be uploaded into the ASB page. They will be uploaded. I will print out the QR code and hang them up around the buildings. I'll wear one around my neck at lunchtime activities.
The most important thing is please check your Schoology messages. This is one of the ways we can ensure we send out all the information out to everybody. So it's important that you check your email or at least the Schoology messages. Most classes, you are still logging into Schoology. And so it is a great form of communication and you will get a lot of the information that you need dispersed on there. So check your Schoology, please.
one student is asking why they can't pay through the student store, and there's like a lot of answers that we could possibly give, because I would say there's a lot of reasons. But one thing to keep in mind is like students, there's always a really long line at the student store, right? And we don't have nutrition and lunch like we did before, and we do have reduced staffing. So this is the most convenient way. It's the most COVID friendly way, right? And we can always explore other options for students who are unable to pay online. Then come see us, and Ms. Wright, Mr. Yang, or I will figure it out for you, how we can resolve your problem. But the online payment, for many reasons, is why we're going, and it's just the most COVID safe way. And it's like a highly accurate way also for us to track your purchases, right? You all have an automatic receipt and there's a record. So that's one reason. One of you is asking, what if we don't have a government class this semester? Great question, because as you know, we've gone to quarters. So half of our seniors have either government or econ right now, but half of them do not have government or econ right now. So that's a new thing in our 4x4 scenario. Some of you are taking government and econ in quarters 3 and quarters 4. So we will make sure that the schedule includes those of you who don't have gov and econ this semester or this quarter, now that we're on the 4x4. So what an excellent question that anonymous attendee posted.
And Dallas, if they even miss that day, say that they're absent that day, it's not a big deal because they can still do it online, correct?
Correct. You can do it online. We can also, on the backside of this package flyer has our mailing address. You can even send it in through the mail with a check or money order. Or like we said, we'll be back that October 13th date. And if we need to put a couple more lunch dates on there to make ourselves more visible for the students and more accessible, we'll absolutely do that.
Thank you.
Okay, so there's a question, will we be able to purchase extra graduation tickets? We always have had that as an option for sale in the packages in the past. And if you look at it, you can see that in the description, the different packages, I think 1 and 2, are giving additional complimentary grad tickets, right? And then we'll talk in the future about grad tickets and what needs to happen with extra grad tickets. But I want to mention that the situation with COVID is always very fluid. And so we'll have more information to share about graduation tickets closer to graduation itself.
This is what your contact info looks like, and I'm about to drop it in the chat in the question and answer.
There's a question, Miss Wright. Should they put their school email for cap and gown measurements? And also, is homeroom considered their first period?
You can leave the homeroom section blank. It is a non-required question to answer to be able to move forward to that next section. But if you do want to put a homeroom, I would put your first period class.
And is it okay to use their school email?
Yes, school email is perfect.
Okay, there's a question about students who are thinking about switching to City of Angels. Do we still pay for this stuff? I have an answer if no one else wants to answer it. Anyone?
No.
I'll answer it. So if you are going to City of Angels, like you know that you are not planning to get vaccinated or you're planning to switch because you want to go to a different situation and you're at City of Angels. So these are the Grant High School packages. So you can determine what purchases you want to make. Keep in mind, if you end up switching to City of Angels, let's take a look at this package number 1, for example. Panoramic picture. We will take the panorama picture in the spring, usually like in April-ish or something like that. So if you're with us in the spring, then you're most likely going to be in that panorama picture. But if you pay for it now and end up switching to City of Angels, this might not be the package for you, right? Because you in City of Angels, you wouldn't be in our graduation, so you wouldn't need those graduation tickets. You wouldn't be going to our senior movie night because you wouldn't be our student, and our activities are only for students at Grant High School. You wouldn't be in the panoramic picture. We're willing to sell it to you if you want to have a picture of your friends who remained at Grant High School. But unfortunately, like if you are switching to City of Angels, you might not want to purchase one of these packages. You know, that's for you to decide. And you can notice that I don't think we included the yearbook in this year. If you were present at picture day or are going to be getting your pictures on makeup picture day, then yes, you will be depicted in the yearbook. Even if you end up checking out and moving to City of Angels, you will still be in the yearbook, right? So the yearbook is like a separate purchase. It's not included in these packages. So if you're planning to switch schools, you probably wouldn't want to purchase one of these packages. You would be purchasing a package like this through your new school, which would be City of Angels.
One thing I noticed in the question and answer, a lot of people are asking if they take their senior portraits, are they still going to come out in the yearbook? And Ms. McMurrin already answered that, and the answer is yes, but you need to make sure that you take your senior photos before you leave Grant. Then it will come out. Okay, so if you had already left Grant and for whatever reason you took senior photos still, it will not come out in the yearbook. So please make sure that if you do want your photo in the yearbook and you plan on leaving still, that you take your senior photos or the appointment before you leave Grant.
On that note, Mr. Yang, on October 4th, we will have the makeup picture day, and those students who did not have a chance to be photographed on original day, we will summon them and you'll get your pictures taken on October 4th.
And then I just want to mention, we hope all of our students stay with us because we love it's like amazing, helps us, helps you guys. We love seeing you guys on campus. So I hope that everybody feels comfortable to get vaccinated and stay on campus but obviously that's your family choice, and you guys, we we're not part of your decision-making process, but you might want to get your photo taken anyway, even if you think you're not going to get vaccinated, even if you think you are going to transfer to City of Angels, get your photo taken anyways, because what if you go to City of Angels and you don't like it and you just want to come back? That way you're covered, right? That's just my personal opinion.
They're asking regarding the graduation tickets. So right now, there's graduation tickets that come in the package. We are unsure of how many tickets we are able to allot you at this time. Is that correct, Ms. McMurrin?
That's correct.
I do not want to give you guys numbers because like we've learned over the last 2 years is nothing is set in stone. So as far as giving you guys numbers, yeah, there's probably a possibility for you to purchase more tickets, but no, we do not know the numbers right now. And then there was also regarding vaccination. So if you don't get vaccinated, we don't graduate on stage. As of right now, that is what the district is telling us.
Yeah. Okay, so I just want to I want to make use of Mr. Moon's time while he's here with us. So anything else related to this senior graduation packages in your Q&As? Otherwise, I'm going to move on to just covering a few highlights that we want to share with you guys tonight. Okay, I'm just monitoring. Mr. Malikian, do they have to submit something to be summoned for Makeup Picture Day?
No, we already have the data, and they promised me that they will actually make the summonses closer to that date so it's more accurate. So students who are still enrolled at Grant, we will call them from their classes individually, and they will report to Grant Hall for their picture to be taken. So no worries, no further action is necessary on your behalf.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so I don't see any other questions related to your senior packages. So should we move on to our next slide? Okay, so one thing, since you guys are asking about graduation, one thing we need to remind everybody about is the A to G requirements. And that is how you're going to get to the graduation, right? Whether you're with us at Grant or whether you switch to City of Angels, City of Angels is still an LAUSD school. So the graduation requirements remain the same. So just want to go over a couple, but I also want to tell you guys that you guys have heard of AB 104, which was the emergency legislation passed in July. And that allowed students from any high school to submit for a grade change. So that deadline was originally August 16th. It's been extended a couple times. The final, we believe, final deadline is October 1st. So we've already input almost all of the grade changes that have been submitted. So we still have forms available. If you are looking back at any grade that you earned last year and you want to take a look at what your GPA is, like for example, today I met with a junior and we were going over his thing. Once we put in his AB 104, his GPA went from a 2.67 to a 4.0. And his GPA from another semester went from like a 2 point something to a 4.0. So it will help your GPA if you do these AB 104 forms. They're super easy. We won't input the grade change unless it does help you. But it does give you the ability, if you earned a D, an F, or even a C, any grade can be converted to a pass, no pass. If you got an F, you would convert it to a no pass, but it pulls the F out of your GPA calculation. So it does still help you, okay? And I can refer you to your counselors because we still have a few days left if you want to get a grade change form. They're super, super easy to complete. So we have some in the main office or you can go see your counselors. Okay, so the A to G requirements, I'm not going to cover them too heavily, but we are starting credit recovery. It begins this week on Saturday. And you should see your counselor if you don't meet any of these requirements, if you're missing anything. So you would need 3 years of history. That's now that we're in a 4x4, your senior year isn't a full year, as you know, but it's those 2 courses, government and econ. Those are mandated. You would also need your US history class and your world history class. Okay, English, you do need 4 years of English. Again, in our 4x4, it's going to start looking a little bit different, but you need all students at Grant High School have a full year of English. So you need your full year of English. Math is a 3-year minimum. Some of our seniors don't have math this year, but we do always encourage math for 4 years. That is what the UCs prefer. So if you want to go to Berkeley, if you're applying for UCLA, if you're looking to go to UC Santa Barbara, UC San Diego, UC Merced, any of those schools, they really, really want you to have 4 years of math. So TCMS math is an option, calculus, statistics. Again, we're trying to go for the 4 years, but the 3 years is required. 2 years of laboratory science, usually for most kids, it's bio and chem. Sometimes it could be physics, different sciences can sub in depending. And then the E is your foreign language requirement, your language other than English. So at Grant, we offer Spanish and French. If you're a native speaker and you take Spanish for Spanish speakers, you just need to complete the 2nd year of that in order to qualify. Finally, the electives, like the VAPA elective, the Visual and Performing Arts, that might be like instruments or guitar or an art class. And then your college preparatory elective can look like a lot of different things, those G electives. So your counselors will be meeting with you, seniors, in the next couple of weeks. They're scheduling all those meetings. So they will review those A to G requirements with you and let you know if you're on track to graduate. And if you're not on track to graduate and you already know it, I highly encourage you to go meet with your counselor and ask about credit recovery because it starts this Saturday. Next slide. Okay, so these are the important dates. Did you know that we're already more than halfway through the 1st quarter in our new 4x4? So October 14th and 15th, it's final exams. So we will have 2 classes a day. Those are minimum day schedules. They're already on the calendar. So quarter 1 ends in October and quarter 2 ends in December. Quarter 3 is ending in March, and then we will hopefully see all of you at graduation on June 9th. And senior finals are a little bit different dates than the rest of the school finals are. Next slide, Miss Wright. Okay.
I'm asking about senior stuff.
Senior.
So here's all of those senior deadlines, you guys. We're going to post this again, but thank you, Miss Maldonado, because she has great ways and puts this on Schoology. This is where I got it from Schoology. I did not do this. This is from her. So it shows you everything that needs to be done. The link here, December 10th, senior quote, baby photo, formal senior photos, February 11th. There's a White Studios link and another White Studios link to book your appointment. So all of this will be, I will send out, I will put it on the Grant ASB page. Did you have any comments, Mr. Byrne?
Oh, no. I just always look forward to seeing people's senior quotes and baby photos. And whose adorable baby photo is that? Did you mention it, Miss Wright?
I did not. That is Miss Seats's little Samantha, who is now a senior in high school. I mean, a freshman in high school.
The freshman, yeah.
So yes, and our quote was, "What we are to be, we are now becoming."
Great example.
So I'm going to the next, so senior action items, we will be posting this slideshow again, you guys. You'll be able to click on these links, okay? So once they're posted, you can click on it. Oh my goodness, here's my favorite slide.
I know. This is so exciting for me because I keep telling my kids that I'm a YouTuber and they don't care at all because I only have like 45 subscribers. But I haven't even shared this, Miss Wright and Mr. Yang, because it was way too late at night for me to be texting you. I reached 1,000 followers on Instagram last night. And I know that other people have like 5 times more followers than I do, but that made me so happy. That's not my personal Instagram page, but that is my Grant Lancers Instagram. And
You
parents,
are an influencer.
I should be, right?
You are.
Parents and students have been contacting me through Instagram, and actually, I think that is so easy for them to do. And by so doing, some of them have learned my sleep schedule, which is that I don't sleep because I answer those questions most frequently late at night when it's quiet. So that is one way to get in touch with us. It is one way to get all the most important information, because Instagram, we really use to communicate with our students, right? If we want to communicate with your parents, we have other means. We can email your parents and we can do phone calls. But when we want to talk to our students, Instagram is one way I know that we can get to you guys. So we hope you would follow the Grant ASB and of course mine. Your parents, maybe, I don't know, Mr. Yang told me only old people go to Facebook. So
Hey.
I am officially old, but that's okay.
I'm old too. I'm old too.
The parents are on Facebook, but I mean, parents are welcome to follow us on Instagram too if they're young.
So wait, go back, please.
I didn't mean to.
Oh, if students, like obviously there's a lot of info on here, whether you're on IG, Twitter, Facebook, whatever social media you're on. Take a photo of this screen right now. And definitely follow Grant ASB, yeah, right? If you want to join the Crease Gang, I'm just saying. If you like to crease your shoes, you know, I'm just going to promote that shamelessly right now. You can join the Crease Gang, but follow us because the Grant ASB page for sure, for all you seniors, that's where we always distribute a lot of the senior stuff specifically. Yes, we put a lot of school stuff on there, and Miss McMurrin is local based. And so she went to like a parachute egg drop. I followed on her page this morning, which is pretty cool. But Grant ASB, mostly for you seniors that are here. It's a lot of the information like dance info, senior info, this, that, or whatnot. So definitely reach out to us through Grant ASB, and we will answer the question as best as we can.
And thank you, Ms. Wright, for including that picture. So there's a couple different Facebook pages for Grant High School. The one that is the current page that is monitored is this one that you see the picture. So you could go at Grant HS, or if it looks like this is what you want to look for. The other one is not run by the school. Okay.
And then this Schoology group, please, you guys, please go into groups on Schoology. Add ASB 20, this code right here. You don't need any slashes. There is so much information in there. If you want to run for homecoming, the form is in there. If you want to be in the homecoming parade, the form is in there. All of our senior stuff, all the senior dates is in there. So, and it's like access to me, access to discussions. So I'm posting pretty pictures all the time. So please, not of me, but I will if you want me to. But please go to the group and add it. It's just another way for information at your fingertips, so you don't have to scroll back through all of the Schoology posts and be like, oh my gosh, Miss Wright posted this PowerPoint and it was 75 days ago and there's 6,000 other posts from her. I get it. I overpost. I'm an overposter. I'm going to join a support group for it, but I just want you guys to have the information. I'm an overposter. So go to Schoology and all of the information is right there.
Miss Wright, I'm just so excited because I just got another follower.
Oh,
on Facebook.
on Facebook. Yes, I definitely made sure that I put that picture because I was worried about the other.
Well, this new Facebook follower is my like MVP. So anyway. Okay,
nice.
should we
Next slide.
Next slide. Oh, I'm so excited about Spirit Week. Tell us about Spirit Week. So I'm not the only one like dressing strangely for school.
Spirit Week begins October 4th. Monday is PJ day. Tuesday is wear your graphic t-shirt day. So that would be like any kind of band that you like. I mean, I am going for my either Biggie t-shirt or my Boston t-shirt. I feel like I'm going to put a poll on Instagram to see which one I should wear. Wednesday is Wishing on a Star Wednesday, Disney Day. I don't like it. You kids love it. So we give it to you. I personally am going to dress up as a character. But wear Disney ears, wear a Disney t-shirt, wear a Disney sweatshirt, whatever you'd like. Carry a Disney lunchbox.
I
Just
know that Miss Bloom will be wearing Disney that day. She always participates.
I can't wait.
And remember, Star Wars and Marvel is now Disney, FYI.
Okay, but what should they do, Miss Wright? Like, if they don't run into us, like, I will take a picture of as many people and overpost like you and Miss Maldonado. But what should they do if they dress up and they don't happen to see us? Should they like tag somebody?
Tag at Miss Marin, tag at G Yara. If they're not allowed on social media, because sometimes parents don't like social media, or if you don't want to post it to your own personal page because your followers might not be into that, if you give us permission to post, then we will just post it on our page. So if you want to email us a picture and say, I give you permission to post, then we will post you.
Just DM it to the account. You're letting us post it. If you do,
or if they don't have those
Or
Instagrams,
they could email it to me. I'll always post them.
yeah.
If you email it, I am old school and I check all of my devices.
Can I have a voice for the old school? So if you have MySpace, please send it to me. I have MySpace.
Oh my
These kids are like, what is that?
What is that, right?
Stop.
God, to warn me.
Stop.
Now in the Q&A.
Right, they don't even know Boston, so stop.
Miss
Okay.
Wright, isn't Friday every Friday? Isn't every Friday G'd up from the feet up pretty much?
Every Friday is G'd up from the feet up, but Thursday is Color Wars and black is the seniors' color. So you know what, Miss McMurrin, we are not just having dress up for Spirit Week. We are having activities in the quad where you can what, Mr. Yang? What can you win?
You can win a homecoming ticket. We're giving away homecoming tickets every day of 2 tickets every day of Spirit Week. So, hey, come up, participate in some of the games. If you win, you save yourself some money right there, okay? And that could go towards tacos. Because why? Because at homecoming, there's gonna be tacos. I just guaranteed that Mr. McMurrin will be there.
You just
Right
guaranteed I'll show up because you know how I feel. And today is Taco Tuesday.
So for real though, every day of the Spirit Week, 2 tickets we're gonna give out to winners of our games to participate. If you're to get to be a contestant, you know, you don't have to be dressed up, but if you are, your chances of getting picked are greater. If you're in Disney wear on Disney Day, come out and participate. We have lots of games and things in store. I think it'll be fun. I'll give you a hint. It'll require you need to know some knowledge of Disney music.
I'm going to do more than a hint. I'm going to let them know that Monday is Are You Smarter Than a Grant Lancer? We are having staff versus students. Okay? Staff versus students. On BSU, and that's STEM. Our STEM club is hosting that. On Tuesday, BSU is hosting a dance off. Mr. Yang, you can't win. You would. BSU is hosting a dance off. They're teaching dance moves, and
You should switch the slide, Miss Wright. I think you should.
I heard
the next slide, right?
I heard that there's gonna be a SME competition. So you guys know what that is. I tried. I cannot do it. Y'all show us your best SME. There's all kind of different dances, Dougie. We're gonna throw it back to, you know, Soldier Boy. Like, just be ready to go. Be ready to go.
So Wednesday is Don't Forget the Lyrics Disney edition.
Mhm.
Thursday, we are having Color Wars. And Friday, we are learning our Latin heritage dances again. Some more that we can show off at the homecoming dance.
That is going to be fabulous. I'm super excited. Super excited. I still have to
Okay.
figure out what to wear to homecoming though, Miss Wright.
Oh, I got my picked out. It's gonna be. You should just come for that.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay.
Are we on the last slide, I think, probably?
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
this
So
is an LAUSD slide.
this is our LAUSD slide, and you guys have been asking questions about this all along, and we've referenced some of them. We've had town hall meetings. We'll continue to have information that we can answer. We are constantly receiving phone calls every day. I think everybody who's spent time in the main office can tell you how many phone calls we get about these topics every single day. So if you guys have any questions or need assistance in scheduling your vaccination, remember that the district requirement is that, and look at, here come more questions, is that all students are supposed to be fully vaccinated by the time Q3 starts, which is January 10th. But in order to be fully vaccinated, you have to get your vaccination earlier than that. Don't forget, if you're participating in an extracurricular activity, such as athletics, band, anything of that nature, an extracurricular, you guys need to be fully vaccinated by the end of October. So I have some stuff we're going to send out to you guys to give you information about where to do that, how to upload. You can schedule a vaccination appointment at dailypass.lausd.net, which is exactly where you go every single day to create your daily pass for your admission to campus. You're also welcome, if you or your family members have questions, the vaccination hotline. Currently, the district has been offering different vaccines, and upcoming soon, they're going to be offering the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which is a 1-dose series, as opposed to the Pfizer and the Moderna, which are 1 dose only. The only thing about the Johnson & Johnson is I think it's only 18 and older for Johnson & Johnson right now, but the Pfizer one is the one most commonly offered at district sites because that one is approved for 12 and up. So if you have questions, the district's vaccination hotline is right there. If you have other questions or comments to make, of course, you're welcome to contact me anytime. You guys know my email address is rlm9245@lausd.net. I also invite you always to send me a message on Schoology or on Instagram or on Twitter, like so many of you already do, if you can't remember that crazy, weird sounding email address. So I will only have a limited amount of information to tell you from the school perspective, like how to do it. But I'm happy to help you. If you are not planning to get fully vaccinated, if you're going to ask for a medical or exemption, those forms are available in the main office. Luckily, I have nothing to do with them other than we're passing them out to you because we printed it as a service to our students. We are not approving them, but you'll fill it out and it gets sent into the district, and then you'll hear back from the district. Okay, so if you are in an extracurricular activity and you're thinking about an exemption, you would need to get on that right away since your deadline is earlier than the other ones. If you don't think you're getting vaccinated, we still encourage you to remain part of Grand High School until the vaccine mandate takes effect. And I already shared that date with you. We do have a town hall meeting on the 30th, which is in 2 days. We have another one, either one that's on Thursday is for our Armenian community. There's a Spanish speaking one. I think it's the following week. We're just trying to provide like really specific outreach to each community. So it's easier because sometimes in meetings, you know, with all the translating that goes on, at least I like sometimes lose track of what's happening. So this way we have it just a little more focused. So there's an Armenian speaking one this week and a Spanish speaking one next week. And I'll share those details with you guys soon. Anyways, if you need an appointment, go ahead and schedule it, and you can find the vaccination consent form electronically if you're 12 to 15, which probably none of you are since you're seniors. You do need a parent present, but if you are 16 or older, you just have to have the signed consent, but you do not need to have a parent present with you. Okay, so this is us passing along the district's message to you and trying to make it as clear and comprehensible to you guys as we can. But if it's not clear and comprehensible, come on by the main office. I'm happy to talk to any of you anytime, or send me a message to one of those places. And I'll try to answer any questions that you have. If you are also thinking, like we mentioned earlier, there were some questions about City of Angels. If you are thinking about switching, we also have the contact information in the main office to give to you. Remember that we are not City of Angels. City of Angels is a completely separate high school or school. And so we don't enroll you there. We have nothing to do with getting your classes scheduled and things like that. But we are very happy to provide that service for our students and let you know who you can reach and how to sign up for that too. Okay, I'm just gonna look in the Q&A and see if we have new questions. Okay, so just the only new question I really see right now is about the timing of the mandate vaccine. You know, the district works with the public health officials to make these determinations. So obviously, you know, it's not about when it's convenient for individuals. It's about like determining the good for the whole and working with the local officials to determine what to do. Right. So I would suggest, if you have that kind of concern or question, I would suggest calling the vaccination hotline, because they could address it more specifically than I would be able to. So that number is there. We have another question, Miss Wright, if you can.
Somebody asked about lockers.
To the quarter slide. And if you can show dates on the quarters. So you know what, we have some locker experts at our school, and those people are sometimes referred to as PE teachers. So I have my locker expert, Mr. Minocchio, and we were working with the lockers to try to, because we're in a way ready to issue them, except the problem is the combinations we have are not really functioning very well. So we're working with the district to get the lockers. Otherwise, we would have already given you guys lockers. So we are still working on it. It's still on my to-do list. And Mr. Minocchio has explained the problem to me about why the lockers are not opening. It's something that would only interest a PE teacher. But do know that we're on it. And I know we thought we were going to give lockers out 2 weeks ago. I get it. Let's see, what other questions have we not answered? I think we've pretty much covered everything, Miss Wright. It is 6:57. So I'm going to do a last call for Q&A. Again, if you have a question, go ahead and type it into the chat. Or not the chat, I mean into the Q&A.
Shout out to Ms. Maldonado for answering the questions.
Yes.
The Q&A, appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Moon, for staying on and answering questions.
Also, thank you, Mr. Moon, for following me, because now I'm at 1,002.
You're welcome.
I got a follow from Mr. Moon as well. Woo woo.
A little shameless self-promotion never hurts, right?
Exactly. I'm all for it.
Okay.
Mr. Moon,
Yes, sir.
write down my MySpace address.
You know, I did have one of those back in the day. I am old enough to have had a
Are you
MySpace.
friends with Tom, Mr. Malikian?
Yes.
Friend.
I think Tom's probably in his top 8.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
I'm answering some Instagram stuff. So you guys, I just want to give you a heads up. No outside guests for homecoming.
Yeah, sorry, you guys. No outside guests. That is so that we can be compliant with district regulations. And before everybody starts complaining to Miss Wright, it was not her decision. As always, Miss Wright was like begging and pleading on behalf of kids, because that's why she's the senior class sponsor much longer than she ever planned to be. And has her partner, Mr. Wright. I keep saying Mr. Wright. Mr.
I'm Mr.
Yang.
I'm Mr.
sorry.
Wrong in some
You are
circles.
Mr. Wrong in so many ways, but that's okay. So yeah, right is always asking on behalf of kids. But to be honest with you, our main thing was like, we just wanted to have an event for you. We wanted to have a homecoming dance for you. And so in order to offer you a homecoming dance, we have to follow all the district guidelines and safety protocols. So that is the reason. And you are welcome to talk to Miss Wright, and she will be so happy, I'm sure, to listen to you, because she loves you guys way more than she loves us adults. But it wasn't her decision. So no outside guests.
As far as voting for, no, there are no free tickets, Anita. I'm not sure. ASB students are not getting free tickets. Leadership kids are not getting free tickets. They're actually selling tickets. As far as homecoming voting goes, you will vote at the dance, and you have to be at the dance to be a member of the court. So like, I'm going to do a roll call, and I'm going to be like, hey, and I'm going to say Marvin, because everybody knows he's running, because he has been going big and going hard, and I love him for it.
Promotion.
Yes. So Marvin's like, hey, is Marvin here? And if he's not there, we are not putting him on the voting sheet.
That's right.
But through a QR code, and it'll be tallied that way.
We are not supplying, I love all these questions. You guys come up with questions we never thought to answer. We are not supplying late buses for homecoming. Transportation is unfortunately on your own. The district doesn't provide buses for extracurricular events.
And that's a great question. Reminds me of asking, if you're planning to attend, make sure you arrange with your guardian or parent to be picked up on time, please.
Whoever the anonymous attendee is, hello, should we show a daily pass or a negative COVID test for the homecoming dance? Yes, thank you.
Obviously.
Me and Mr.
Yeah.
Wright were talking. Miss Aldana is actually in charge of you guys coming in, okay? Yeah, Wright is in charge of putting it on. Aldana is in charge of you guys coming in. So you will need a daily pass that will have to be scanned by Miss Aldana, the deans, or any of our security who will be there.
Speaking of entrance, there is a map of where to enter on the back of your ticket, but you're here right now. You'll be entering near the gate on the 700 side, okay, where the C bungalows are. If you're familiar, it's the side of the school where the wash is, okay, so that's where you will be entering in from. And it is on the it's on the blacktop. So shout out to ASB, because they're going to spend their Saturday decorating and making it pretty and doing the best that they can for y'all to have a great time.
Well, ASB and also yearbook.
And ASB and
would come
friends.
in, and
ASB.
volleyball and magnet leadership.
Awesome. That is awesome.
Have
Even more
all
than I.
volunteered their time. So
That
appreciate
is great.
And Miss Nareda, who is one of my followers, she wants you to know, she just started following me. So I guess I could put this on Facebook, but the student parking lot is going to be open for the homecoming dance.
Hmm.
So student
As
parking.
far as the homecoming dress code, it follows the LAUSD guidelines. So the same as like LAUSD dress codes. And I'm gonna let you know, you guys, it's outside, so it's gonna be chilly.
Yep.
And it's on the blacktop. So careful of the heels that you wear. I
So
mean,
they could, you know,
bedazzled flip-flops.
yeah.
So yeah, there's a possible dress code. Just safety first.
Miss Wright, what do kids do if they want to be part of the homecoming parade and the homecoming game?
The homecoming parade, it needs to go through clubs. So you have to be a member of a club, and the club would have to fill out a form and have the sponsor there to.
Wait, where's this format, Miss Wright? Where
Oh,
can-
it's the ASB Schoology page.
Oh, the one that you had the code to?
Oh, that's so helpful.
Oh, that's crazy. Why would we put it there? Oh, because everything is on there.
Everything's on there. So you can be a part of the parade, but only if you are a part of a club or a sport who is partaking in that parade and the sponsor is partaking in the parade.
Okay, great question. Now, I purchased 3 items from Grant's volleyball team, from our, incredible volleyball team. I also purchased something from our Grant basketball team. If I want to be G'd up from the feet up every Friday, where can I buy Grant gear?
That is a good question. I know that you may be able to talk to some girls at girls basketball. I think that they're doing something. But in general, I believe that there is a Grant Athletics shirt still available in the student store. Otherwise, you would probably get Grant merch from any one of the teams that are in season. If you know somebody on the team, if not, maybe ask the coach. They'll be happy to direct you in the right direction. But if you happen to not have any Grant gear in the meantime, you can still G up from the feet up by representing the Grant colors, which are orange and brown. Those are available anywhere, Amazon, Target, all that good stuff. Which, fun fact, our colors, orange and brown, are the same colors as the Cleveland Browns NFL team, because when they opened the school, the football team got their gear donated from the Cleveland Browns. Did you not know that? Well, now you do. Okay, and that's why our school colors are orange and brown, same as the Cleveland Browns NFL team.
That is a very fun fact, Mr. Yang. You little show off. Maybe you should try to be on Are You Smarter?
On who could be smarter than us?
I love it. Now you learned something new today by spending your evening with us. Okay,
Ooh.
well, I think it is 7:05, and I'm just going to go back down to the questions again. Anita is going to bring some glow sticks.
Because we didn't even say our homecoming theme.
I know. So she's
Glow crazy.
Let's glow crazy. Let's glow crazy.
So we are doing neon, glow in the dark, anything glowy and bright.
And
That's fine.
just to respond to one final question that I noticed, and I don't know if somebody already answered it. Somebody asked about, like, is it on the blacktop? Technically, yes, it is on the blacktop, but it is the blacktop like you've never seen the blacktop before. So I hope that was not a dismissive kind of comment. I like to think of it as homecoming under the stars. But
There
yeah,
you go.
glow with a glowing theme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you will not know the blacktop when you see it. It'll be a transformation.
If we transform, that's why it's going to require so many grant students to decorate it.
Exactly.
We're trying to get rid of some lights.
But keep everybody safe.
Yes, but safety,
Safety.
100%.
Okay. So, anyways, anything else? Last call for questions. I'm gonna close this webinar in just a minute. So I did go ahead, and my 45 subscribers on YouTube probably already noticed that I am streaming live on YouTube. But the good news is, if your friends missed us tonight, we can, it is going to be posted on that YouTube. And then also we can download a copy and post it in the Schoology group for any of those seniors who were sadly unable to join us this evening. So they get all the info. All right.
You can
So,
always email me.
and email or Instagram, any of our preferred communication modes. So I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Thank you to our students for joining us. Thank you to Dallas Moon from Herf Jones, who is my 1001 follower. Thank you, Mr. Malikian, for joining us. If you don't know Mr. Malikian, you should get to know Mr. Malikian, because he is in charge of activities. Well, I mean, technically, Miss Wright tells Mr. Malikian what to do all the time. So that is the Grant way. But Mr. Malikian helps Miss Wright deliver her vision.
An
for
accurate
students.
statement. That's an accurate statement.
And of course, wonderful Miss Bloom. She supports us in so many ways, and you guys are gonna like. I'm just so glad that everybody's back on campus so you can get to know Miss Bloom, because she's a little more quiet and reserved than perhaps I am, but she is extremely supportive of students, and her life is all about making school better for our kids. So I want to thank her for joining us tonight also. Thank you, Miss Bloom. Thank you to our teachers who joined us, so they'll know how to answer all of your seniors' questions. And good night, everybody.
Night. Bye.